What's up, everybody? This your girl Cece with Where It Begins Magazine, and I got my co-host on the line, Mickey Monday. How are you today?
I'm good. See, how are you?
I'm good, and happy Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Tuesday to you too.
Thank you. We have a special guest on the line. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
How y'all doing? My name is Deshaune Green. I'm CEO and founder of Green Hope Foundation Incorporated, and I'm just a young Black African American from Portsmouth, Virginia.
Okay. So what motivated you to want to play basketball?
Just honestly, my grandma, may she rest in peace. My older cousin, we grew up as brothers. He 3 years older than me. He started first, and she just threw me out there in the fire pit, and I just started playing. And at first I was smaller than everybody, but as I grew, I'm 6'7" now. So I was already like, I want to say by the time I turned 10, I was already like 5'4" or something like that. So I just stuck with it. I was very good at
At
it.
10 years old, and you was already 5'4", 5'6".
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I was dunking in middle school.
Wow.
Wow. So you super tall. You
Yes.
said
Yes.
a giant. But who is your sports hero?
Well, as y'all can see, like LeBron actually, and he my sports hero, not because of basketball, but what he do off the court as well, as far as his philanthropy skills and tools and things like that. And he just motivate me to be like that guy coming from the bottom, facing adversity and just overcoming adversity and still being successful. So taking all those things in and what he's accomplished thus far, I feel like that'll be like my favorite sports hero. But as far as on the court, I'm a Melo fan, Carmelo Anthony.
Okay. All right. Well, that's some good people. I love some LeBron.
Yeah, just everything he stand for. Like some people don't like him because they say he big, he call fouls and stuff like that. But me personally, I feel like can't nobody stop him. And if the whole Jordan and LeBron thing came about, I feel like LeBron to win because of his size, athleticism, and speed, power. I feel like Jordan he'll make it a good challenge because his work ethic and his grit. But I think LeBron would take it.
Okay. Well, I like that. He does a lot for the community.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's a good man, and like just with in this day and time with I ain't saying every man like that, but just like you never heard about him like doing crazy things. You ain't never heard about him as far as with infidelity issues. You never heard about him like not taking it as kids. You never heard. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You just never heard about him being for what he not. Like I feel like he's a great athlete. He's a great person. I never met him. I just feel like his aura about himself is if you're a basketball player, like you should respect him. Like you ain't have no choice but to respect
I agree with you.
him.
Yeah, I do.
Wow. So, can you kind of, can you kind of go down like some of your accomplishments? Because I know you played professionally with the American Basketball Association,
Yes.
and then I think it was the Premier League
Yes.
too.
Yeah, I
Okay.
played. I played in the ABA, the American Basketball Association, the PBL, which is the
Mhm.
Premier Basketball League, and we also, being that I live up here in Maryland now, I got a contract to play with the APBL, which is the American Professional Basketball League, and we won the championship for that last year, and I won six man of the league with that last year. So yeah, like those.
That's what's up, man. Yo, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
those,
That's
yeah, those.
a lot right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I actually won a championship in each one of those leagues in the ABA, the PBL, and the APBL.
Well,
Wow.
congrats, man. Definitely. Is that
Yes.
one of your trophies? Is that one of the awards in the back right there?
Yeah, actually, I have it's two trophy cases with like all my high school, college, even football. I used to play football too. I just stopped playing because I got so good with basketball, and with AAU running to football season. I felt
Mhm.
like I have a more chance of like getting a college degree and things like that with basketball. So I just stuck
Okay.
with basketball. But I'm nice in football too. I play defensive end, tight end, and wide receiver.
Okay.
I
Dang,
do.
man. I mean, I feel like, if you're a really good athlete, then you know what I'm saying, you can just dominate in any sport that you get into. I mean, really, because it's all about the mentality and just the determination and focus. I feel like a lot of people kind of lose sight of that when it
Yeah.
comes to, being an athlete, or, not having that edge of, understanding the psychology behind, executing plays and working with teammates, because there's a lot that goes into it. So
Hmm.
I commend you for that, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Mhm.
For sure, for sure. And then as far as, having your foundation, what are some of like the long-term goals for your nonprofit?
Long-term goals, honestly, if I had to like put it on a smaller scale to bigger scale, with long term, I want to have youth development centers all over the world facilitating positive youth development, giving the inner city kids and kids that are privileged, giving them that outlet to galvanize their voice and find different ways to be innovative, creative, and just creating that entrepreneurship
Mhm.
rather than
Okay.
working for themselves. Because I want my son. It's cool to work a 9 to 5. I ain't doubting the 9 to 5, but if you can make your own streams of income, that way you'll never. I feel like that's real freedom. That's real, like self awareness, self worth, or whatnot. But
Yeah,
like another long term goal is just like letting people know, like Green Hope Foundation is a real nonprofit 501c3 that not just doing it to like get donations for the money for myself. I want to really help the kids, being that I was one of them kids that didn't have that growing up. So I want to like just utilize my knowledge, wisdom, and experience of traveling the world and meeting different people, resources, and just like help my people for real, for real. Like I don't have nothing against white people, but me personally, like being a black man, I want to like I know there's another little black boy that may be going through something where I'm
Mhm.
going through it, and I feel like God put it on my heart to establish my foundation, and there's someone out there that may see it, and hopefully I motivate them to want to start their own nonprofit to help other people or whatnot.
for sure. You know what? It's funny you said it. I mean, I completely agree with you 100%, because when it comes down to, you look at like the lineage of other races that, they instill like certain things like nepotism and
Mm-hmm.
just, having things already set in stone for the next generation to
The
kind of slide into
generational
that
wealth,
position.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. And I
Yeah.
got a 10-year-old son, so I got a 10-year-old son and one on the way. So it's like I gotta at 30 years old, I gotta start building this for them because I ain't had that growing up. I ain't have college funds already in the account. I ain't already have a
Right.
savings account when I graduated high school. I ain't have a father figure telling me, "Oh, don't go do this," or my mom. A mom can only do so much with a a real man is growing fast and stuff like that. So like yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like it's just motivating and inspiring for real from inside to do it.
Mhm. But
Absolutely.
that's awesome. That's really awesome.
So I was going to ask you, because I know you got a team behind you that's also working with the foundation. So can you kind of give us a rundown of like who were some of the other people that are involved in this foundation, and then also kind of let the viewers know, or like, parents out there that are watching this interview, what I'm saying, what to expect when, when they see this foundation and, want to put their child into an organization like this to help, effectively better their lives and put them in a better situation for their future.
Yeah.
Mm. I want to say shouts out to two of my best friends. Well, like solely, I want to say God. Like God, He's the main source of everything. Secondly, it'll be my fiance because she helped me a lot with the administrative side. But as far as I just founded it and the motivation behind it, two of my best friends already have their foundations and LLCs and stuff, and they just motivated me to like just to do it too. And it's like when you got a team and you got like a genuine team and people that's not looking just to receive money for and they in it to help other people, I feel like it just runs smooth. And but I tell the parents, I tell them they got a genuine CEO that probably been through, if not more, than what their kids may be experiencing or whatnot. And I'm very intentional about helping people. And I think Nipsey Hussle said it best, like the greatest thing you can give somebody is your time. So like me just giving my time into not only just with sports, but tutoring, mentoring, just exposing them to different recreational activities or whatnot, because I'm also a recreation major, and allowing them to like just seek their worth, seek they like that third eye, that enlightenment to know like I can do it too. Like if this man then done this stuff and had all this adversity and he's doing this now, I know I can do it too. And I just feel like it may even help the parents, because facilitating positive youth development is not just with kids. I feel like it's getting the parents involved, like having something like a wellness clinic with both parent and kid or whatnot. And if you want to put it in sports, you know, some of our parents probably ain't really play sports, and it skipped generation for them, but their kids nice in it. So some moms, some dads probably don't really know what it's like to have a college workout or a real hour workout. So Green Hope will bridge that gap to allow the parents to see what their kids got to go through if they are tired at night after practice and they probably got to do homework. Because if you know, like with being a collegiate athlete, waking up 5 in the morning to go to practice, you got class at 7, then you may got 4 mans at 9, then you got 3 more classes, then you probably got another practice, like all that stuff hard work. So just letting the parents know, like kids, like they really, you know what I'm saying, they really got their own like a job too. So just to like bridge that gap and let them know like I'm here for both, not just the kid but the parent as well. And if I can get some type of tools to allow them to see like how they can probably help their kid, because like we all parents, and you know that it's like, you know, when you see he got game when Ray Allen and his daddy, he working him out and stuff, and that parent and father, or that parent and kid relationship, it gets intense sometimes. But Green Hope, we can the fact that we got professionals, we can allow them to see not the flaws, but see like the gaps they probably be missing that won't allow them to like bump heads with their kids and things like that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's outstanding, man.
Yeah, I appreciate. I just think it's beneficial, because growing up, not having not having a father, I just think it's like it's important for like children to know if you don't have a father, or if you don't have a mother rather, because I got friends that had their daddy and not their mother in their life. So I just think it's important for kids to know like there's other people out here that care about them, that don't even know them. So, and that's what I want to tell parents. Like it may be a parent, they love their kid to death, but they just work all the time to provide for their kid. But that's what Green Hope come in at. And the fact that I know a lot of people and a lot of resources, if it's something that I know Green Hope can't do effectively, I know other organizations or other personnel that would take the trust of me trusting them to help somebody else out.
Well, thanks for sharing that information, because that leads to my next question. Like I was going to say, what advice can you give to the kids that want to be an athlete?
I'll tell any kid, because once I'm done playing basketball, I want to be a full-time coach, personal trainer. And when I do start coaching, I want to tell my kids, you can't teach work ethic. Like that comes from inside. You got to want to do it. So I first tell them, if they want to be an athlete, whether it's badminton, soccer, golf, you got to put your 150% in it. Like you got to be dedicated. You got to, like, even on off days, you got to do something, even if it's just stretching, working on your body, eating right, looking at film, studying film, learning from your mistakes, not even taking a loss. I feel like Mandela said, I feel like it's not a loss, it's more of a lesson or whatnot, and you never lose. So if you working hard, say you don't make the cut for a team, or you ain't getting that much playing time. Well, you got to have that self-reflection, that self-assurance within yourself, that reevaluation check within yourself, like what I'm doing wrong to not make the team, what I'm doing wrong to not get a lot of playing time. What I'm even doing wrong to even find the sport I want to play. You'll just have to find your niche. And like I said, I'm very spiritual based as far as with God. And I say ask God, like He gonna give you what's the desires on your heart. So if whatever you want to do, if that's what you want to do, like you got to go 150% at it. Because if you don't, you just gonna be wasting the coach time. You gonna be wasting your parents' money, and you just gonna be resenting yourself or making all types of excuses, saying, "I wish I could have did this." You know how you probably got friends or the people in the street say, "Man, I used to do this." Nah. Like if you don't want to be an athlete, if you ain't trying to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning to go run, if you ain't trying to beat your body up to get physically strong, to be able, if you want to play football, to be able to take on them hits, to be able to take on all that equipment in the summertime and just that grit, that work ethic. If you ain't trying to do it, I say you should just try to be an entrepreneur or try to be like something else or be on the coaching side of it. Like you may not be the athlete. You may probably just want to be around the game, be an assistant coach, be a coach, or go into the physical education side or learning how to develop athletes or something like that.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, it's funny you mentioned that because I mean, that's one thing that a lot of people don't shine a light on is that, you know, if you love the sport so much, there's more than one way to get inside that industry. You can be a coach. You know what I'm saying? You can even be a sports analysis, or you know what I'm saying? You can, there's so many different avenues.
Yeah,
Right.
Like you can go seek talent. You may be like, oh, the hard work not for me, but I know somebody. You can see hard work. Like you know if somebody not boxing out for a rebound. You know if somebody missing that block on the right tackle. You know if in baseball, the shortstop should be in the outfield or something like that. You know in golf, I feel like golf a hard sport. I never even like been on a real golf field. So
really,
like, yeah. And they say that's where a lot of business deals go down at. So I really need to get into it. But like people that if it ain't for them, like you said, it's different avenues they can go in. And if you got an eye to like seek talent, if you got that eye to like know if somebody really going hard, sometimes it ain't even about talent. Cause I feel like me, I was a person, I wasn't an actual skill player. Like I wasn't good with actual individual workouts, but you put me in a 5-on-5 transition game, I'd be like, cause in high school, I averaged 17 points, 14 rebounds. I was the lead in rebounding in the state of Virginia, coming out of 2008. In college, you know, everybody good in college. I had decent numbers like 16 and 8 or something like that. Professionally, my first year I was averaging like 20 and 8. The next year it was like 16 and 7, and that's because the other two people, they was averaging like 26, then the other one was 27, then it was me, the third leading scorer. Then I went to a team. I played in 2017 and 18. I played in the East Coast Basketball League, which is another semi-pro team, because I had took a break because I started getting my master's or whatnot. So I was averaging 34 points and 12 rebounds. So like that just opened it up to like be the actual leader of a professional team. Like that was like my first time like taking a role like LeBron, putting the whole weight on my shoulders, saying every night I gotta go out here and get 30. Like I know I gotta go out here, get 28 points for us to win and stuff like that.
Wow.
All while you was trying to get your master's.
You say what now?
I said all while you was trying to get your master's. I'm like, that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did you do? When did you have spare time? What did you do in your spare time? Or if you even had spare time?
Yeah, no, I actually didn't, cause if I want to get a little personal, and I don't mind, cause I was a full-time father too, all while doing some of that, and that's one reason why I had stopped playing professional basketball for a year, and I had to take the responsibility of being a full-time father, and God allowed me to start getting my master's while I was doing that, and that's when I found out about the new protein in 757. So I'm like, I'm already going to ODU. the teams and the games in Virginia Beach. So while I'm here, I might as well still stay in shape because you never know when your number called. And that goes to piggyback on like why kids want to be an athlete or what it takes like to be a good athlete. You never know when your number called. And if you really put in hard work, somebody go see you and somebody go give you the opportunity. And that's the best thing about being successful. Like when that preparation meets opportunity and you just got to show up and you can't nut up. That's what we call it. Like when somebody like you at the free throw line, you wanted the big chances and like some people like they call it nut up. Like their butthole can get tight and like everybody ain't built for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
A lot of people ain't built for it. And I think being an athlete that helps you not even just with like sports and athleticism and all that. It transition into life.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're right. Everybody not meant for it because I know I'm not meant for it. I run about good 5 minutes and I be like, look, I can speed walk, but that running, and you got to be able to run for every sport. It don't matter what sport it is, basketball, soccer, you got to be able to run down that field, and I can't do it. Woo!
Yeah. And honestly,
I ain't gonna say can't.
Yeah, and honestly, that's one reason how I got my scholarship when like they heard about me, but when they actually came to the high school and seen how we worked out in the off season and when they seen me run like 2 miles straight and stuff like that without stopping, like I can run 2 miles in like maybe like 15 minutes or something like that. So like they was intrigued by that, and being a small forward, power forward, you know, that's a great advantage if your big man can run the floor like that.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to take the ball out, sprint, because you give and take. Like big mans, they not known for running the floor. They not known for being faster than the guards. Like I had to run with the guards in college and high school. I had to make the same amount of free throws that the guards and stuff made. Granted, I was taller than everybody, but all my friends was guards, so I just used to work out with them, and like it helped me when I got to college or whatnot.
Gotcha.
That's crazy. Well,
Yep.
you know,
I need that exclusive. 2
you
miles, 15 minutes. I need that exclusive.
You say what now?
I got to see that.
You say you got to see it.
Yeah, I got to see that. 2 miles in 15 minutes. Yeah.
I got the Nike app. I got a few on my Nike app or whatnot. I actually me and one of my spiritual brothers, Nick Wright, he went to Old Dominion. He played overseas basketball. He went to National River. Me and him, 2017, we probably used to run on an average in the summer, like 3 to 4 miles. Like we'll run from like downtown Portsmouth all the way to uptown Churchland, and I like it's good therapy for real. Like when you get a good run like that, if you got that tension, that stress on you and stuff, I feel like all of it'll be like you'll be relaxed or whatnot. But
I keep with my walking distance. I keep with walking.
Okay, I can definitely show you. Hopefully in the future, we can probably plan some type of like some type of wellness event or whatnot, where like for the athletes or not even just athletes, we want to welcome. And that's the thing too with Green Hope. We not just, how I said before, yeah, I'm a black man, but we not like special population, all that stuff like that. Like we want to help everybody because again, Jesus helped everybody. Jesus sat with the sinners, he sat with the thieves, he sat with the taxpayers. And if you want to transition that to what Green Hope stands for, I just don't want to help black kids. I want to help Asian, white, everybody or whatnot. And I feel like if I can help them or they can take one tool that what I done made a mistake from or I accomplished from, I feel like I done my job or whatnot.
Okay. All right.
That's awesome.
Yes, I love it. Love it.
So earlier you mentioned something that I actually wanted to touch on. So you mentioned that that's what they recognize you for in order to get your scholarship for ODU. But I know Green Hope also has a scholarship program. So can you talk about, you know, what you do? Because I know you give the scholarship out annually. So, you know, kind of just go through, you know, what the scholarship is and, you know, how applicants can, you know, effectively win the scholarship.
Okay. Honestly, it just came about just excuse me, just doing something different. Cause if they was doing it, it wasn't exposed to us coming out of Ashley Norcom in Portsmouth, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, along with my nonprofit, I want to have I want to give out scholarships, not just for athletes, but it may be a smart kid, a very, very smart kid that just not have enough money. They may need like just a little bit more help. Like you never know, like they just like just to get over the hump. So it was just on my mind. I told my fiance about it. We didn't fundraise or nothing, and to be truthful, she went in her account with the first scholarship for $1,000, and we gave it out. Then this year it was a pandemic. Even through the pandemic, we broke it down with more recipients, but it was just less of money. And like I told them, um, even if you got a full scholarship with books and all that, y'all deserve it. Like it was one 16-year-old little boy. He graduated a year early, and he also had like over 30 college acceptance letters. And I
Wow.
say, like, I told him, I say, honestly, you may not even need this money for books or none of that stuff. Like, you deserve it, and just take it. And like, if you want to put it in your savings, you want to go buy you some Jordans with it,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you deserve it or whatnot. And like, that's what the scholarship is for. It ain't if a kid already got a full ride or whatnot. Like, I feel like that's money you earn. Like that's what I wanted to be for. And it's not even just for Portsmouth, Virginia. It was for anybody. Like you down there at ATL, if you see that the scholarship going on through people graduate around June, we probably start announcing it. Well, we always, as far as with the website, we always saying if you want to just donate to that cause, you can or whatnot, as far as with just that component of the scholarship fund. But it's for everybody. If somebody in Florida see, Green Hope Foundation getting away scholarships or whatnot, and through the pandemic, you see everything virtual. We don't have to meet. So I feel like if they meet the requirements of the community service work, as far as the grade point average, I honestly forgot the exact grade point average, but it's nothing crazy or whatnot. Because if you done graduated and you accepted to a college, that is one of the things that is required. You have to show your acceptance letter and things like that. And I just feel like it's just showing kids like, if you making good grades and doing the right thing, it's people out here that's gonna look out for you. And I think that's like a motivator for kids to want to be smart and to want to like go to school or whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully it'll be bigger next year. Hopefully we're able to bless like 10, like give away like 10 scholarships, honestly.
We
But
will.
yeah, because truthfully, like, starting a nonprofit, like I'll throw that out there too. I'm seeking interns for like marketing and web design and stuff like that, because I kind of do like a lot of stuff on my own, and I'm not like I don't have no marketing degree and things like that. So I'm learning too. So if I feel like if I can bring some young, innovative people around me or whatnot, I feel like they'll probably be able to help Green Hope in ways that they probably wouldn't even imagine or whatnot.
Okay. Well, thanks for throwing that out there. I'll make sure to share that information.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
And I'm one of them people that like the network. So anything you need help with, just let me know. I don't mind helping out. That's what I like to do too.
Yes, ma'am.
But
And it's super detailed. I appreciate that because this is more so for the listeners. So you giving them everything that they need, man. And I respect you for that.
Yeah, man. Nah, I appreciate y'all. I'm like, this honestly only like my second time probably doing something like this, maybe. And like yeah,
I
like
feel special.
yeah, like I'm honored to even like be a part of something like this, because I want people to know like who Deshaune Green is. I want people to know what Green Hope stand for, and I just want people to know like I'm a young black kid that came from the projects, seeing my friends get killed closer than probably what that banner is to her back there, closer than what I think is a cup or something in your view. Like I've been in cars of people getting shot at the age of 15, 16 years old, even at the age of 20, being in, like just being around, being at the right time with the wrong people, or being in the wrong environment with the right people or whatnot. And I just
Right.
want people to know like who I am, what I stand for, what my foundation stand for. So at any time, if y'all want me to come up here, anytime that if some new ideas and things that y'all want me to be a part of, by all means, definitely like reach out.
Definitely.
Cause I just want to drop that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Cause it
Right.
ain't knowledge if you ain't getting it to nobody else. I ain't saying I got all the answers. And if I don't got the answers, I know God, he'll bring the people around me that can get somebody the right answers.
Okay. Well, I just want to say before we get off, tell everybody where they can follow you.
I actually took a little break from my personal page, far as like I've been fasting, far as from social media or whatnot. Far as
Okay.
the pandemic, I just been getting getting my mental right. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is very important, and just getting like my fam, like just getting things in order. But people can find me at greenhopefoundation.com, www.greenhopefoundation.com. My Instagram is Deshaune_G. The Instagram is green_hope foundation INC, along with Twitter. And on Facebook is Green Hope Foundation Incorporated.
Okay, awesome. Well, I want to say thanks for interviewing with us today. You gave us a lot of knowledge today, and I'm very proud of you. Proud of what you got going on. Definitely. So thank you so much.
No, thank you. I appreciate y'all, and it's an honor. I'm actually humbled for real, like about it, cause the things that I want Green Hope to do, I want it to be like the Boys and Girls Club, like the YMCA, but with our own will or whatnot, like with our own flavor for the culture.
Gotcha. Well, you're gonna get it there. You're gonna get it there. And
Thank you.
Mickey Monday, what you had to say before we get off?
Yeah, I wanted to say, man, thanks for being on the platform and sharing your your story with us. Very motivational, and I hope that through this, people can reach out to you and
Yeah.
help out with that funding to be able to provide some sort of assistance to those who need, or those who just deserve the recognition for their scholarship. I mean, excuse me, their talents, scholars, and being scholars or future leaders. Athletes, lawyers. At this point,
Yeah, and
as Black people, we need as much as we can.
yeah,
So
and to piggyback off that too, like I have an annual it's called Hoop for Hope, and the acronym for hope is helping others progress efficient. If you want to put it in basketball terms, you want to be 10 for 10 rather than 2 for 10. So the mistakes I made is what allowed me to found my nonprofit. It's like, oh, I knew I made these mistakes, so I know I'm able to teach other kids not to go down that line. But we have an annual basketball camp, along with an annual high school, middle school, and youth league showcase where I had my first one. I had the number one eighth grader in the country in the camp, along with the eighth grader, the number eighth grader in the country as well. So the top two players in the country in the eighth grade class of 2025. Shout out to Carmelo Swenson and Jamal Brown. Those my young boys. Go check them out. You go definitely see them in the draft in the future, and like everything else. And along with too, we about to partner with a foundation called the Seek Foundation, which is a STEM, basically the whole STEM program, the whole STEM curriculum. And in my area, my environment, I know that's not nothing that was exposed to us. So I want to expose that to the youth, and we'll be giving out STEM kits and they'll be able to subscribe. And we're also going to be giving them out around Christmas time. So definitely be on the lookout. And that's going to be going from ages 6 to 18.
Awesome. And we appreciate you also. Well, you have a blessed Tuesday.
All right, you too. And like I always tell my friends, I always say more blessings and more grace.
Thank
you,
you.
brother.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we
Yes,
all
sir.
need it in this time during the pandemic and things, and with the election and how stuff
Yes.
going. So
Right.
definitely more blessings and more grace to y'all.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I
Enjoy the,
appreciate y'all.
I
no
appreciate
problem.
you too. Be
Enjoy
blessed.
the rest. Yep. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
Okay, you too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Boy, what you know? Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know? Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know? Rufus boy, let me love. Caught up in my tape.